Hey guys, what's going on? This is Namkraft. The stakes are getting higher and higher, and effort is proving that he's maybe not good enough to beat Snow. That's right, he has tried some crazy builds. He's tried aggression, he's tried hidden double dent, he has tried using, some kind of devious tactics, but it's not working out. But anyways, we'll be looking forward to the fourth set. It is fourth set Litmus. This map is picked by effort. So let's see if effort has prepared something particular for this map. Once again, this is a two-player map with the two geysers in the main. So of course, in the early game, it doesn't really matter. But in the late game, there's gonna be some crazy stuff happening. And by the way, this is going to be the map stats for Protoss versus Zerg. On this map, as you can see, Litmus is how much exactly? Around 41%. So this is the worst map for Protoss. If effort can pull out a win here, it's great. And why is it bad for Protoss? I don't know. I have no idea. But I guess it might have to do something with the back door here, because you can actually put some Zerglings behind this, and things will be getting very tricky behind that area. So maybe that's what it is. Once again, people are cheering mouse. What does that mean? Mouse as in like the mouse of your computer mouse, or like the golden mouse? Mouth. ASL 15-20. Once again, Snow fans, if you are Korean, 감사합니다, please go ahead and leave a comment as to what these guys are saying. We all are dying to know. My Korean is basically the same level as, I don't know, as my Starcraft level, I guess. But anyways, this is gonna be a gateway opening. Is Snow a gateway man? He is a forge man. He's forged to hardship and ardor. He's not a gateway guy. He doesn't like to jump to the future. But anyways, yeah, there's gonna be this early pro coming out to scout. Let's put on the relevant banners and tickers. Also, you need to actually be micro-tasking as well. That means you need to be microing, watching this game and multitasking, doing other things on the side. That is the best way to enjoy Namkraft game. Do not just enjoy Namkraft game by picking your nose and watching it. You need to be picking other things, maybe fruits from the tree or something like that. Anyways, my neighbor is going at it again, so I apologize for that. But there's gonna be some nice attacks here. This drone is gonna be a little bit annoyed here. The spawning pool has been completed, so I guess effort will have to have some Zerglings out on the field. And the Nexus goes down, of course, on this map. It's a two-player map, so the Overlord cannot actually see where and how the cannons are made until it gets very much close to it. So that's going to be a signal, I think, for Snow to kind of, he doesn't have to make cannons so quickly, and effort's going to be forced to play blindly here. But there are some six Zerglings move across the map. Will it turn around the midway, and effort might try to pull out some shenanigans at the same time? But it's two Zerglings to be dedicated to try to snipe this unit. And do we have a drone coming out? The question is, would the drone go towards the back door to try to sign the Zerglings through the back door? That might be the case. We're seeing the drone, and it looks like Snow has seen it. Snow knows that on this map there's a backdoor entrance, and he will follow it, or at least he will suspect that he want to see if there's any kind of expansion coming down. If there's no expansion coming down, for example, at the 11 o'clock position, and that means there's gonna be some stuff behind the back door. And there's a probe coming out to check here. Can you stop this Zerglings with just a probe? Like, can you do some shenanigans to trap the Zerglings behind it? I don't think so. I don't think it's possible. But at least you can spot it. Maybe the plan is, yeah, it's gonna try to, maybe mine it out. He's gonna try to wait for the drone to come out, and the moment the drone attack, he's gonna mine it out. Maybe that's the plan. He is slowly attacking the Zerglings. Not bad. Can he get a Zergling? Not able to get a Zergling because there's not enough space. There is no space to move the Zerglings across the map, and this is buying so much time for Snow, and it's gonna finally allow one Zerglings to go in. But I think by then he would have something, maybe a gateway, maybe a cannon in the main, and there's a cannon in the main, so this Zergling cannot do anything at all. And probe's gonna be forced to come out, but both of these players have kind of wasted some time to do their respective moves here. Of course, there's a Hydroden, so of course buying some time for Snow was good, but his cannon in the main is completely wasted. He need to actually speed up with attack here. The probe is about to get sniped. The probe goes down, and then effort will have, Snow will have no idea what the enemy is building. And there's the core. So at least for the time being, I guess Snow could survive. We'll actually see more Zerglings moving across the map. There's going to be a switch to lair. So what does that mean? Does it mean like rush to lurkers? Does it mean lurker drop? Does it mean, what can it mean? I'm not so sure exactly what can be built here, but there might be another cannon. But maybe there isn't any cannon. Where the Zerglings they're going to be hiding on this high ground. I think for now, Snow should try to pay their attention, try to snipe those Zerglings instead of trying to go out and get get some kills with his first Zealot. Of course, he can still go out there with his probe to see where those forces are coming across the map, because effort is sent all the Zerglings through this canal, so he has no idea if there's any probe moving out, and actually cannot stop the probe from moving out. And Hydras are coming across the map, but those two cannons can buy a lot of time. And there's the Stargate. The Stargate being on the low ground is interesting. I think I'd prefer to see it in the main, because there's a cannon to protect anyways. But anyways, these 3 cannons will be buying a lot of time, and those Zerglings actually could not snipe those cannons. Zerglings are looking for any kind of buildings that are being placed, but there aren't any. And once again, Effort. I thought Effort is supposed to be a noble man, but he's not. This entire game, he's been just a freaking goddamn pimp. There's a probe coming out to scout, moving to the back door, and we do want to see if there are lurkers morphing. Maybe that's the plan. Lurkers are coming through and they will morph behind us, but there's a probe to see. So by the time Snow sees those Hydras moving out, he will know it is a lurker rush. It is a lurker rush, guys. Insane game sense here from Snow. He just put the pylon down. He will put, okay, I think those Hydras can morph behind us and go through the back door. Maybe we'll try to put it together and morph an egg, and then bam, it will start to come out. Maybe that's the plan here. Can you glitch an egg through the natural building? Is that even possible? The probe is like staring at these 3 Hydras. It's so insane. So insane. I guess the plan here is that the Zerglings would try to snipe any kind of cannon that's being made here. I think the moment the lurkers morph, then there's going to be the lurkers coming through, and it looks like we need to have a block. The probe is trying to make the cannon. He needs to make the cannon now. He's not making the cannon. He will need to make the cannon now, and there it is. Snow has seen it. He needs to block. He would make a lot of cannons. He will make 2 cannons. We need to wall this. I think we need to actually have more Zealot to come out to support us. And we have a Corsair coming out to scout, and this probe is going to try to slow down the lurkers. It can actually position itself behind the mineral line. The lurkers cannot get across. The lurkers are trying to get across. He will try to destroy. Okay, you need to destroy the stasis cell first. I guess that is the plan. He's gonna try to glitch it out, but it's not possible. It's not. What is he doing? He's finally will glitch 1 out. Not bad. I mean, the probably need to slow it down. Not able to do so. The cannon is about to complete. There's a lot. We'll be buying some time here, and this lurker cannot attack, and that's it. The end. Goodbye, lurker. This lurker is gonna get trapped here forever. I think. I'm not so sure. I guess he's gonna try to go down here, but I think this base has been secure. But there's gonna be some nice attack, and more gateways coming out. I think now Snow need to make Robo. He need to make Robo because it's going to be massive streaming across the map through the middle channel to this back side here. He need to make a Robo right now because the threat is not yet over. This is why Litmus is the best map for Zerg because of that backdoor. It's going to be some nice attack. Of course, he's going to try to go to it. That Zealot is so damaged. He should pull the weak Zealot back. He does pull it back to take some shots. He gets some Zerglings destroyed. He needs to actually focus attention on some of the Hydras here, and lurkers being morphed. The last Hydra has been sniped. The Corsair is gone, so no more attacks on the Corsair and the Dragoons. What is he doing? He's finally going to try to attack it. Maybe you need to send a Zealot inside the main just to slow down the enemy's advance. And there's a Robotics. I guess Robotics is alive. This base could actually not mine properly. There's going to be some Zealot coming through. What can he try to do? Dragoons is trying to buy some time here. We try to create a bit of a diversion in the main. The Hydra is, of course, is going to make themselves useful by sniping that Dragoon. The game is so intense, and this is so in disadvantage for Snow, but he's doing the best possible, and there's going to be more force, and that lurker has been so annoyed. Finally, we will have the Observer coming out, and they will try to slowly pull out and destroy the lurker. The Forge is almost destroyed, but the Forge has been saved at just the last minute. Nicely done. And this lurker is once again being very annoyed. If we can actually have a Dragoon to come out and to snipe it, then those probes can actually go back to mining the minerals. And that's like this lurker is going to try to land itself to another position here. There's an Observer, so the Observer has spotted, so he's going to send a Zealot out to slowly take it out. I think 1 Zealot is just enough. Maybe we shall see. On the side of the map, Effort is abusing the map like crazy. Finally, this lurker has fallen, but the stasis cell on the backside, is it gone? Is it gone? I'm not so sure. Anyways, there's gonna be a nice attack. The probe is about to kill it. The probe kills. No, actually, there was a Zealot that makes the hit, so not bad. Anyways, more lurkers coming across. Snow with 65 supply, but Effort is coming nicely with his 3 bases. Finally, Zealot need to have, I think, leg upgrade. They don't have leg upgrade. They don't even have +1. They have nothing. But they will finally move out with an Observer, and he's going to try to have to surround the lurker. He's going to try to surround right now. He will get pushed back hard, and he's going to try to buy some time. He doesn't have Dragoons here. He just have Zealot. That Forge will fall. The Zealot need to pull back. What is he doing? I guess he's going to get trapped now. He's got nothing. The Forge, we need to cancel the upgrades, and that is very unfortunate for Snow here. The map has been nicely abused by Effort. And what is he should have engaged a long time ago. He's forced to engage out here with the Zerglings in the equation, and that's not good. All the Zerglings fall, but there's still lurkers in the equation, and it looks like all of the Zerglings have bought time for the lurkers, and the Zealot without the leg upgrade is so slow. Not very good here. What is going to be the plan? There's going to be additional hatcheries. Of course, Effort's economy is not good, but he's catching up fast. And there are the Mutas. Nice switch. And do we have the Templar Archive? There's a Templar Archive. I think Snow need to make a second gas now. I think a second gas will be very good at this point. Because this map is all about gas. And there are the Mutualists. So what is the plan here? Very good for Snow that he's made a lot of cannons everywhere, but the core says we need to pay a lot of attention. Looks like there's going to be some Mutualists moving across the map. Observer has spotted those Mutualists, and 1 Corsair has been sniped. This Overlord has fallen, but that doesn't mean the end of the attack here. The 2 lurkers get destroyed, so that's not good. That's not good for effort. These allows have to fall back. The game is very, very tense. Observer could actually spot these meteors moving across the map here. If Snow can make a single Dark Templar now, it will completely change the fate of the battle. We're going to be having the first High Templars of the game moving across the map. I really like Snow's position is that he's got cannons everywhere. He's got so many cannons spotted. The last Corsair has been sniped, so no Corsairs on this map. There's going to be some Sunkens coming up, and Effort has completely respecting Snow. He knows that Snow is a master of deceit, of deception. He knows that there's going to be some nice attempts by Snow to actually slip in a Dark Templar, so it's going to try to respect it. Anyways, the Dark Templar is going to move across the map. There's going to be a Sunken. That's going to be a Sunken there to protect that brand new base, and the Meech is going to try to dive in. There are a few cannons. Cannons are nicely covered, and there are the Corsairs. The Corsairs will actually be to push those Meeches away, but they're the clone Scourges, so it's going to be very, very hard. This Dark Templar going through work. He gets a few drones to get back up. 3 drones is good enough. It's good enough, and it's going to be an attack on the side of the map. The Corsairs are trying to chase those Meeches around. The Scourges is going to try to engage here, and the cannons are helping out very, very nicely. Snow is going to try to do some moving shot. Looks like the Scourge is diving in the last minute, but Snow's not turning around fast enough here. And it looks like both the players have kind of taken some hits from the other guy, but not fully been knocked out. Snow with 87 supply, Effort with 72. I think Snow is gonna... Okay, what is that? Still doing finding will fall because he's built it in the wrong location. Not a bad idea. This Dark is looking for some openings. We're going to try and type it. I think Snow is going to try to gear up for a big attack soon. The Dark Templar is trying to run around and find some nice place to kind of hide. But there's going to be overload with speed, so that Dark Templar will finally fall. And maybe eventually Effort's going to take this way, but Effort is going to be facing up against a large Protoss army with a lot of High Templars and Corsairs to support here. How many High Templars? Maybe, okay, just 3. Not many yet, but a double gas from Snow is buying a lot of time during this early stage of the game. Actually, gas matters a lot more for Protoss than it matters for Zerg. The Scourges are going to try to pay attention. He looks like Scourge is going to dive in. Both the players are playing a game of cat and mouse. One Corsair has been sniped. The Lurkers have been deployed. There could be a storm. He's not storming. Maybe he's going to be waiting. The Lurkers will actually lift this up very quickly. So actually, I don't know if it's going to be a good idea for Snow to storm. Even if he stormed those units, he can actually not finish up the battle, because the moment the storm hits, there's got to be a Dragoon shot. Otherwise, those Lurkers would unburrow and go somewhere else. It's going to be a nice storm, a nice attack on one of the High Templar. One Hunter is going to get sniped. The High Templar has been sniped. A lot of units getting destroyed here. That's terrible. High Templar management. The Observer need to pull back. They need to destroy his own gateway. This gateway is blocking so much. Destroy his own gateway and the pylon as well, and be ready to break out when the moment has got. Okay, looks like Snow's going to try to go on the back door. I don't know if this is the right idea. There is going to be a way to go through there. It will take a long time, but there's going to be the Observer coming out. The Observer is going to get sniped. The Corsairs are on hold, which is very, very good. The last one Dark Templar has been destroyed, but the Zealot coming through. It looks like the Zealot is not destroying that thing, because those Lurkers have not destroyed it. Destroy your own gateway, dude! How long does it take? There might be a drop in the main here, but there's a couple of cannons, so it's actually not a big of a problem. Of course, I need to actually pay attention. There's going to be another Hydra getting sniped. Good storm. Good storm. The Hydra has survived, though. All of the Mutuals have been eliminated from the equation, but it's going to be a drop. A drop as Snow is not suspecting this. He's trying to move out right now. He's got only a cannon. Finally, this gateway will fall. He'll move out and clear all of these Lurkers, but the drop has commenced. How much time does Snow have to react? It's going to be Hydra who's going to get sniped here. It's going to be a big drop. The Goods are trying to pull back. The process to run away. Keep in mind, they're doing this entire time. Okay, there's going to be a Templar Archive. Keep in mind, the Templar Archive cannot get remade without the Citadel. The Citadel is going to have to remade as well. So this is going to be Snow shooting himself in the foot here. The Goods to attack. Observer is in the spot. There's going to be some nice attack. The Corsairs wasting their lives on the north side of the battlefield. Looks like the Hydras are not focusing attention on the Templar Archive. The Templar Archive is the most important building right now. If you get a sniper, Snow is setbacks, miles and leagues. But it looks like Hydras are not knowing that. He did not realize that problem. And there's going to be a storm, so those Hydras will fall. And this base will get secured for the timing. Snow 104 supply, Effort 92. And, I mean, Snow was saved by the bell, man. He was so close to getting eliminated. If those Hydras was actually focusing on the Templar Archive, the game would have been over in an instant. But now Snow is allowed to come back. And, of course, he's not doing really, really well with his economy. But he's going to be able to break out now and maybe destroy his own Stargate. I mean, the Stargate is so annoying. Anyways, there's going to be an attempt by Snow to remake a lot of cannons. He cannot lose a Templar Archive. The Corsairs are waiting on the backside as well in case there's going to be a drop. But Snow is ready to... I think he's ready to break out. He needs to break out and take on base as he attacks soon. The 3 Lurkers holding the area. There's going to be Lurker attacking from the backside. There's not enough. Anything. There's a cannon finally coming up. I think 2 cannons is just enough. Dragoons are also supporting here, so those Lurkers will fall. This Lurker is going to try to escape to the northern side, but looks like the last minute they all die. There's enough cannon to cut. There's going to be Hydras trying to dive in, but there's enough storm. That was a bad move by Effort. Terrible decision making by Effort. But there's going to be Lurkers attacking this area, but 2 cannons is just enough to hold possibly. But a lot of probes died. So that might have actually worth it. But now the rates of breath is coming from Snow, and I don't know if Effort's got enough army, because he used all of the armies for the drops, for the harassments. He's got very few Hydras remaining, and the army from Snow is looking very, very strong. We have an additional hatchery coming up. We have another storm or not. I guess we might have another drop on this side of the map, but they get caught in the action. Of course, they need to fall back. Of course, they need to wait, and that's going to be a great storm. Of course, it's going to try to chase those overlords from behind, and the Hydras are trying to snipe those courses, but not fast enough. And courses are free to roam the area here. It looks like the Hydras have been cut in half, and Snow is going to be having a nice advantage here. The Hydras going to try to snipe one Hydra. We can get Hydra, but all of the Hydras get sniped, and now Snow is free to roam the area. He's free to expand. He's free to attack. He's free to consolidate his forces. There's going to be no way that Effort can actually come back from this deficit. I mean, the supply differential is not much, but in terms of army, Snow is miles and leagues ahead. Some nice storm, and now 0 Hydras remaining from this right flank, but there might be more forces from the left side. Hydras are coming out. Snow need to reinforce from the other side of the map with more forces. Need to make more forces. There'll be some nice attack against the front door. Observer need to pay attention to not lose itself. Observer is about to get sniped. We could have a storm here. Hydras doesn't have enough energy, but there's just too much Protoss power to move through, and course is going to work, and we might even have Effort supply block a supporting feature. Some nice attack. This Hydra doesn't have any more energy, but it's going to be a nice bait. Drones are forced to come off the line. This game is going to get won by Snow. Nicely done. So I guess this is the power of an ASL future champion. Probes are running away. Of course, the cannons are buying so much time, but Effort is losing at least two hatcheries. Where's the reinforcement? I'm not seeing the reinforcement from Snow side. Maybe he doesn't have enough forces, but Effort is down by about 40 supply. Courses are massacring the overlords. This game is over. The score is going to be 3-1. After this over, the Spire is gone, which means the courses can actually roam free, and Snow doesn't actually need to take that expansion. 2 hatcheries to go forward. What about the main? I don't know, but it's going to be GG. Right now, the game has been won by Snow. Look at Effort's reaction. He could not fathom why he lost that game. Thanks for watching, and see you soon. Buy me coffee.